It's On the Way Wednesday, and I am headed up to a production meeting with a group of powerful females. And you already know we're going to be talking about surviving R. Kelly. And in this video, I wanted to not so much talk about how I feel about everything that happened and everything that was said, because there's a lot of emotions and I would just be talking forever. But what I did want to focus on is star power. It's exactly that, star power. And we, the people, unfortunately and fortunately, give this power to people who are human just like us, but they have a gift or a talent, and we are so motivated and inspired and enamored, and we just give them this power, and sometimes we praise them almost like a god, so it's no wonder that they get these godlike personas, and it's because we kind of give it to them. And I just kind of wanted to go back to when I was a teenager, and I just wanted to say this. Please do not think that R. Kelly is the only predator. He is not. There are so many stars from all of the industries that are predators, okay? Unfortunately, again, there are humans. We are all human. There are good ones, and there are some bad ones, and there are some downright evil human beings on this planet. And when that horrible, evil human being is a star with star power, unfortunately, they get away with a lot of things that regular humans wouldn't be able to get with, okay? But I wanted to really talk about the star power and how we give it to them. It started out when we're kids and we just fantasize about them. All of us has had some celebrity hanging on our wall, and we just fantasized about them, kissing us or marrying us. 9 times out of 10, if you were a teenager and, you was just raised upright, you didn't really think about having sex with the celebrity as much as you just dreamt about hugging them and kissing them and being acknowledged by them and being in their presence. Like, I wanted to marry Michael Jackson. Who didn't? Okay, we all wanted to marry Michael Jackson, okay? And I never thought about having sex with Michael Jackson. I just always dreamt that he would see me and hug me and give me a kiss and marry me. But with romance comes sex, especially for the predator. But boy bands and rock stars, every teenager, grown women, we're in the audience and we're yelling and we're screaming and we're all fantasizing about them picking us out of the crowd, bringing us up on stage and having their way with us. But we don't see it the same way as the predator sees it. We're just thinking about getting on stage and everybody seeing that they picked us, and so we feel special, we feel beautiful, and we may want a kiss and a hug, and just for them to perform and sing to us, and that could be the end of it. But it is the individual who is responsible for either taking advantage of that fantasy or honoring the fantasy and just leaving it alone. And that's what I want to say about the Drake video that's going around. I think what he did was he gave the girl her fantasy. All of us want that fantasy. He didn't do anything harmful to her. He gave her the fantasy of her probably thinking, oh, he hugged me and he kissed me, and that was it. I'm hoping and praying that that was it. After she got off stage, I hope he didn't, have somebody go out in the audience and grab her and bring her backstage and do other things to her. Okay? That's the only thing that I'm hoping didn't happen. But as far as the fantasy, she's 17 and he kisses her hands and, you know, he gives her a nice kiss on the cheeks and on the lips. That was a very fantasy romantic gesture. You know, it wasn't like he grinded her. It wasn't like he made her do a lap dance or perform, you know, like oral, you know, acts on her on the stage. If he did that, I could understand that. But let's keep it real. A lot of us from teenage years to grown-ups, even to this day, right now, if I went to a Bruno Mars concert, honey, my grown ass would be like, Bruno! And I'd be hoping Bruno would take me on stage. But I'm just saying, as a woman and giving that star power to these people, these are the fantasies that we feed into and they feed off of them, you know. So that's what I wanted to talk about, that we need to be careful with the star power. And I remember interviewing this one celebrity, and he said that whenever you're on TV, your stock goes up. And it's true. And unfortunately, some of these people that are on TV are not good people. And they look all different kinds of ways. I mean, give you an example, Flavor Flav. Now, I know beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but child, Flavor Flav had women fighting over him. Now, if that don't tell you that when you're on TV that your stock goes up, I don't know what to tell you, because if Flavor Flav was not Flavor Flav and just some dude walking down the street, do you honestly think that all of these women would be fighting for his love? No. So that's all I'm saying, is that do not think that R. Kelly is the only one. Every entertainer at some point or another has taken advantage of their star power, and it's men and women, okay? Because we give it to them. We give them the power. We make them this celebrity. We make them this untouchable. We make them this perfect God that nobody can touch. That's what we do. And it's good when it's good, but when it's bad, it is horrible. So I just wanted to say that. And I also wanted to say that the reason why Bill Cosby is in jail is because his victims were white women. And the reason R. Kelly is free is because his victims are black women. Had it been a white little girl that would have been on that tape where he peed in her mouth, we would not even be having this conversation, because R. Kelly would be behind bars. And that is our reality. And that's where a bunch of emotions is going to come in. And that's why I don't want to get into it into this video, because it's just too much. My sisters, my beautiful, black, powerful sisters, we need to take this moment to really think about how many people are against us. To really understand that we really shouldn't be against each other, with so many that are against us already. If you understand what I'm talking about, give me the thumbs up. If you want to add anything to this, leave it in a comment. You know, I pray that no one is going through what those women went through. And I really pray that their parents see their part in this, and I pray that other parents will learn from these parents' mistakes and don't say, oh, it won't happen to me. Let us all just think about that and say, oh, it won't happen to me. How about it shouldn't happen, because you shouldn't even put yourself in that kind of harm or that kind of danger just because they are a celebrity. Be careful of the star power, because the power is real, and you have the power to give it to them, and you have the power to take it away from them. Okay? Please don't forget, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget, follow me on social media, Miss Burley to you. And until the next issue,